I'm allergic to misinformation, which is why I'm not on TikTok. I think you can hate and boycott whatever you want, but instead of raging the loudest, first understand the mechanisms. A perfect example is the controversy around Oura, Palantir, and the US defense. Let me explain what no one has and the actual concerns TikTok can't process. So last August, Oura put out a press release announcing their growing partnership with the US defense. And somewhere in the article, they mentioned their responsible data practices and their military-grade compliance and security enabled by Palantir FedStart. And TikTok had a meltdown, deciding that now Oura sells menstrual cycle data to the government because none of them understands what FedStart is or realizes that Oura's defense contract goes back to 2019. And the part that is so funny is that the one line in the whole article where Oura was bragging about protecting data is the line that got them dragged. So does Oura sell your data? No. Their CEO said it publicly and on the record. And this is not just some marketing preference. This would be illegal. Oura is a Finnish company processing EU data under GDPR, which makes it very hard and extremely risky for them to just start sneakily selling personal data. But why partner with Palantir? Well, when you sell software to the government, you don't just put their data on your laptop. Governments have security requirements and clearances that take years and millions to complete. So Palantir built FedStart, a cloud platform that is already government accredited. And it functions as a secure middleman that would hold government data instead of commercial clouds. Palantir doesn't process, touch, or see consumer data because our data lives on Aura's clouds, while the military's data is only allowed to be on FedStart. Now, if someone's principle is, I don't want to use a company who has contracts with the US military, that concern should logically apply to every major cloud and tech provider with a defense contract, not just Oura. That includes Apple, Samsung, Amazon, Microsoft, Oracle, Google, Anthropic, who also work through FedStart, and many more based in the US. Okay, but what about the claims on the government mining Aura's women health data? As I've said, that is technically and factually incorrect. And the saddest part is that Aura's initiatives to improve on women's health are being buried in conspiracy. They have a dedicated senior product manager focused on studying women's physiology instead of using men as a default. They are focusing on issues like high-risk pregnancies, and their cycle and ovulation tracker is clinically validated among the most precise consumer trackers. In a world where women's biology is an afterthought, this isn't nothing, but the actual broader concern goes beyond Oura. All modern wearables are cloud first, which means our health data is stored on a commercial cloud subject to their future policies and security. And yet I don't see people screaming about other devices. It's so easy to follow the mob, but it's much harder to focus where it matters.